I was on the road to paradise, yes, I was getting free. I was on the road to paradise to live in harmony. But when I arrived, they told me there's an entrance fee. As I reached into my pockets, the realization dawned that I don't own a credit card and all my money's gone. So I grabbed for my guitar, but they say, boy, we don't trade in songs. So I looked into the classifieds to get myself a job. I looked into the classifieds to get myself a job, cause I don't have the balls to go and find a bank to rob. Now my resume is weak, but my voice, it has the tone. So the only job they'll give me is to work upon the phones, where I call you at home and you say, fuck off, leave me alone. Now being sure to keep all of my feelings repressed and slowly going crazy in a chair behind a desk, I had paradise in mind, so I kept in line and did my best. As the weeks went by, I started to lose steam, to pass the time more quickly and close my eyes and dream. But the manager would hound me, saying be part of the team. Well, as you can imagine, my patience did decay. I couldn't bear to think of going there another day. I stopped showing up and I looked to find another way. Back upon the street with a future so unclear, I bust to get some money, but I spent it all on beer. I'm tired, I was ready to give up on the whole idea. But then my luck, it took a turn, the universe, it rearranged, and it's best I do not question a happening so strange. So I headed back to paradise with a whole bag full of change. I ran right to the front door with that gold and silver stuff and handed it over to the bouncer, big and tough. He looked down at his hand, back up to me and said, that's still not enough. Well, I start cursing and screaming, kicking at the walls. I'm cursing and screaming, kicking at the walls. I say, who are you to put a price on paradise? That's not fair at all. The bouncer grabbed me by the shirt, though I refused to lose. But he was built like a giant, there was nothing I could do. He said, even if you had enough money, you still don't have the right shoes. He must have knocked me so hard that I lost my common sense, cause when he turned around, I climbed up over the barbed wire fence. I was getting into paradise at any expense. Finally, over the top, my feet hit the ground. I brushed myself off, and when I looked around, I was completely overwhelmed by the place that I had found. Lower class women were pushing the mops through paradise malls and souvenir shops, and everyone's small talking around hundreds of cops. Everyone's smiling, staring at big flat screens where celebrities sing on advertisements for new jeans, and the logo says, be like me or be no one, there is no in between. My head started spinning and I understood that someone had fooled me, and they'd fooled me good. I scrambled back over the fence just as fast as I could. I ran right to the people in the paradise line, and I tried to explain that they were wasting their time, but they all just looked down at me like I were out of my mind. But I knew what was happening, I witnessed that beast. My anger, it grew, and someone called the police, who escorted me from paradise for disturbing the peace. Now back upon the road with no destination, nothing to achieve and no expectations, I realize that this is paradise, and I smile and drift off into my imagination.